Hey, what's up, y'all? This is Lil Mama, and I'm starring in Crazy Sexy Cool as Left Eye, and you are tuned in to Studio Q.
Studio Q show. Now you know.
You just killed that movie.
Oh, thank you so much. I really appreciate that.
What was it like to sit there and watch yourself? I mean, I know it's kind of difficult. You was hiding your face.
Oh yeah, I kept walking away. I actually kept walking away. You know, when watching myself, I'm used to a music video that lasts 3 minutes. You know, tops 4 or 5 minutes. So for a whole hour and a half to 2 hours, I'm like, oh God, oh God, oh God, oh God. You just know certain parts are coming, and I commend myself for acting wise, being vulnerable enough to let myself go and get into character in certain ways. But when I'm watching it back, I'm like, oh God, I think my ego kicks in. Like, why did I do that face, or why did I say that? But as an actor, I can appreciate that part of me being able to let go and become someone else, and letting it be okay to go through the changes that person goes through. I was like, hold on, I wasn't trying to be funny. Why are they laughing? It's like, I was talking to my dad on the phone. I took a second away from the movie, and I spoke to my dad. I'm like, they're laughing at stuff that I really wasn't trying to be funny. My father was like, no, it's some funny shit in there. Excuse me. Sorry. And my father was like, no, it's some funny parts in there where it's just funny naturally. And I'm just like, okay, but this is an honorable experience. So much love for Left Eye, and I wish she were here to see it and hug me. And I know she's such a loving person that she would be like, I miss that, that spirit. Even though I haven't met her in person, I just miss her. I know from looking at someone if I'll be able to connect with them or not. And I wish she were here. I felt it in my spirit. God spoke to me. I had visions. I knew, once I knew that it was for me and I went for it, I began to have visions and, let me know that I need to fight for it. And I fought, and I went through an audition process that was out of this world. At first it was like, oh yeah, we're not going to be back because it's Christmas and New Year's, and yeah, don't call us, we'll call you after January 14th. And they call me on January 7th or January 8th and say, oh, we need you in tomorrow. And I'm in New York and the casting is in LA. So I get on the first flight in the morning, even though, I tried the red eye. I got on the first flight in the morning and I auditioned, and I didn't complain. I just went through with it, and, I was very patient, and I think that that's very important. In anything that you do, you have to have patience. Oh, the darker scenes, like one, just like, being in the hallway and, coming from a bar scene, and, because I'm not very stubborn. I try to understand what people are saying when they're talking to me. At the same time, I can have stubborn ways. But to understand as an actor that Lisa was not only identifying with the fact that this was a bottle that she brought into the club, so she says, no, but the true story is that they came from one party to another, and she had the bottle with her, so it was true that it was her bottle, but also connecting to the fact that her father just passed away, and how could he leave, without seeing her success. And when I read the script, I was like, whoa, this is going to be dark, this is going to be hard to do, to get into it. I really had to let everything go and just feel that moment, and doing that, I think that was a hard scene for me to do. But I'm happy that I was able to get through it. Me and my father, we're real cool. He hasn't been in the military, but he's very militant himself. He expects from his daughters what he expects from his sons to do and give your best. There's no limitation, there's no sex put on what you can do and what you can't do in this life. You have to go for it full throttle and be the best at it. And so when I was talking to him, he was impressed. And I think just from him watching the movie with me in New York at the premiere, it made him open up a little bit more and tell me how you really feel instead of holding anything back, because I think it hit him that, you might not get that opportunity. To be the first chosen for this film, I had no idea, When I came to the screen test, I did the first audition. Second audition was for the director producers. Tion and Chilli weren't there yet. Then the third audition I did was a screen test. The screen test was Tion, Chilli, Maggie, Alex, Charles Stone III was director. It was everybody. It was the whole production and director team, and I was the only left eye there. There were 2 Tions. Drew was one. There were 2 Chillis. Kiki wasn't one of them. There was 2 other girls, and I was for certain that there was another left eye coming out of Atlanta and another one coming out of New York, and I was just like, where these other girls at? Where they at? Where the competition at? What's up? Like, I'm ready, you know. But man, it was an honor to actually comprehend, like, hey girl, no, this is it. You're her, and this is the screen test to find out who the other girls are. You're chosen, and I was blown away just to learn that in interviews that we've done, like after the movie.
Yes, she was able to transform into the role of Left Eye.
She's the first one we picked.
But outside of that, you know, she still has her own thing, which is, you know, I don't know, it's still kind of out there, but I love it, and we love it.
She's mature, like, it's crazy. Like, she has
Like an old woman.
Yeah, like an old soul, like deep, you know. I know that, you know, a lot of rappers are way smarter than people really realize.
To learn that stuff is like, oh, I ain't know. Had I known, I would have showed out even more. I'm just playing. I'm very grateful. I was grateful then, and I'm still grateful now. This is an honor, and I just hope that in spirit, that Left Eye somewhere just smiling, looking at me from maybe even that empty seat right there, or somewhere above, or wherever she stands in the spiritual realm. I hope that she's happy with what I've done. Oh yeah, like the first scene we shot when, my first day of shooting was when you see us in the car and I'm like, oh daddy, we made it. Or I'm like, girl, you need to get this hole fixed out of, you know, get a new car because you got a hole. We could see the parking lot through the floor. That was the first scene we shot, and there was a blimp. It was super big. It was covering a light. It was kind of just to give a softer. It was like a soft box for lights, but it was a huge one. I don't know what to call it because I'm not big on the lighting department. But that thing flew from point A to point B when we were doing that scene, and I feel like she was speaking. And every dark scene afterwards, where I was in the jungle, there was a scene we did in Atlanta in the forest kind of scene. All of the dark scenes had an ambulance driving by. They had to shut down the sound and gear back up after it passed. Like, okay, we're gonna shut down for a second. And in that time of everything shutting down, the sound and everything, I had a moment to really connect and say, you know, I have to give my all. And it was always that moment where I had to gear up and understand that this was something that was serious. You know, it really was her life, and you have to. It can only be done once in a movie about all 3 of them, so you want it to be done right in that ensemble. This is an international, universal character that everybody loves. Left Eye, Lisa, you have to bring it or just stay home. Just don't even come out. Everybody makes mistakes. Everybody makes mistakes, and if Left Eye can burn down a goddamn house, you can go on stage with Jay-Z and Alicia Keys, and it's all right. It is not that deep. You walked up, you ain't touched no damn body. You groove to the music. This girl done burnt down this whole man's everything he earned. God, the girl was, and we still love her. You know, playing Lisa has taught me that when you're working with other people, you have to compromise. You have to, you know, give in a little, you know, to the things that you don't want to do because there's somebody else out there whose dream is on the line. And also that, you know, like I said, everybody makes mistakes. We don't need to sit around judging each other. We gotta let that go and keep moving forward. We're human. And at the end, when it's all said and done and people pass on, we wish we hadn't been so hard on them. So let's not be hard on them now. Let people smell their roses while they still can. What you can take away, if there's something that you love, go for it. Go for it full throttle. Don't let nobody stop you or tell you it's not for you. If you feel it in your heart, you feel it in your spirit, you're dreaming about it, it's for you, because that's why God is putting it out there in the universe for you to pick up on it and perfect it. So don't let anybody steer you away. In the midst of following that dream, it's not going to be such a dream, and it won't be a nightmare either. You just have to keep a balance, because it's something that they call reality, where it's really happening to you, and it happens so fast that you have to keep a balance between the nightmare and the dream. And be educated, watch your money, and if you're trying to profit money to make a better life for your mom or your dad or your children, or all three, do it right. Make sure that you are educated. Make sure that you know what's going on behind the scenes before you even step out on the stage, no matter how much you love to do it. And if it's for a great cause, let God work through you, and follow your dreams until the day you die, because that's what living is all about. Favorite TLC song after doing this movie is definitely Digging on You. It's the first one I was able to hear. We did a lot of loud and aggressive music, and I enjoyed it all. But when Digging on You played, I broke down like a little baby. I couldn't believe that I was in that moment, but I could believe that it was happening to me, and I was thankful that it was happening to me. And Digging on You became my favorite song of TLC.
In the park, 4th of July, I was chilling.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna be doing some more acting. I said to myself, no matter how bad I do, I can grow from this, and I have a knack for acting after this movie, because I really enjoyed myself on the set of Crazy Sexy Cool.
Studio